Okay, why is the TV not turning on? Okay, I see you guys jumping on. Gemini Foilpress. Hi, Melissa. How are you guys doing? All right, let me put this link in here. All right, that link, well, I'll give you that link is for the platform for $20. It's on sale right now. I don't know how many they have left. Oh, wow, you guys are jumping on quick. Hi, Chow. Hi, Venus. Hi, Suzanne. We got birthday cards from Suzanne and Sandy today. Thank you, you guys. Roberta, Sue, Sally, T, Arlene, Lourdes, Nanette, Sue, Pam, Emily, Sharon. Yes, you are here, Sue, live and in person. Oh, that's what I was doing. I was putting it on my TV. I'm trying to practice using the TV. So, yes, Kathy, this vehicle is going to be very similar to yesterday's Glimmer. Whoa, let's turn that down. It's going to be very similar to the Glimmer video that I did yesterday. Hello, Michelle in Toronto. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Debbie. Okay. All right, we got quite a few people jumping on here. So if you missed it, yesterday I did a video on using the Spellbinders Glimmer hot foiling system. And I promised I would do a video on the Gemini Foilpress. So while we're waiting for people to jump on, let me talk about the basics of this machine real quick. So I just put a link to my Amazon shop, because one of the things I'm going to talk about that's a disadvantage to this machine is that this heating platform tends to warp if you want to use hotter foils, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So this platform right now in my Amazon shop is $20. I can tell you that I've seen it as high as $50, $60. I bought them when they were $40, so now when they're $20, yeah, if somebody wants to get me an extra one for my birthday, that would be nicely appreciated. Because these are the only things I find that is the disadvantage to this machine is these heating platforms are $20. Now, I will tell you that this is how it comes packaged. It does not come with the heat plate, okay? The heat plate is separate, although you can see mine's pretty, well used. It's fine. It's not warped. Works fine. But I would say get the deal while you can get it now. If you have the foil press for $20 for the heating platform, it's totally worth it. And I did put the link on there, so hopefully my admins can snatch that, or just put the link to my Amazon store. Let me push that on there again for you guys. Thank you, Michelle. Awesome. Super chat. Love it. Love it. Okay. So let me talk about Arlene, I'm going to answer that. Let me talk about this machine and the differences for you guys. So when you get the machine, and if you're interested in videos on the Couture Creations Go Press and Foil, I no longer have that machine. I did have the machine. I gave it away. Actually, Tracy has it now. That machine is very, very similar to the Spellbinders Glimmer machine. So if you want videos on the Go Press and Foil, you got to go watch the videos on the Glimmer machine. I have old videos that's 3 years old, so you can go check those out. Okay, so here is the foil press machine, and it also has a plug that you get when you're going to plug it in. This machine is super light. I mean, this is really light, you guys. You have your power button on the side here, so you're going to turn that on. And you heard it beep. And then you have your power button here. And the advantage to this machine over the Glimmer machine is you can set your heat settings and you can set your timing. Thanks, T. You're the bestest. So with this machine, you can set low, medium, and high heat. You can set how long you want it to go. It has a timer. On the Spellbinders Glimmer and the Go Press and Foil machine, you do not have those advantages. The other advantage to this machine is this machine works in the Gemini Foilpress machine. So if you have a Gemini machine, if you have the full-size Gemini, you do need to buy an adapter plate, but if you have the regular Gemini Junior, this works perfectly out of the box for the Gemini Junior. They do sell it in a US and a European version, okay? So if you are in Europe, because Crafters Companion is a UK company, you can get this machine in the UK. So there's some advantages there, okay? So when you turn it on, I'm going to start on low here. You're going to hit this power button again till it turns on, and then I'm going to start it on low. My birthday's not for 2 weeks, but thanks, guys. Okay, now it's not doing anything because, again, I have to have this platform plugged in. So we need to have full contact with this part of the platform. So you'll hear me pop that in. And the light turned on. We're going to hit low, which we want it to it will turn green when it's ready. And then this is the only top plate. Now, the thing I like about the foil press is I don't have to shim anything, okay? There's a little, a lip here. You see that? And so this top plate, the foiling plate, goes right into that little lip, okay? So I don't have to really worry about it. Now, if you guys have, yeah, some people's dogs do freak out over the beeping. So if you're worried about this moving, you can put that Cricut heat safe tape on here. But I don't normally need it, honestly. If you're new to this, you might want to put a little bit of heat safe tape on there. Give it a little hinge if you want to. I don't normally need to. So I'm going to turn this sideways so you can see it. Now, if you have a Gemini Junior, you are ready to go right out of the box with this. It comes with a silicone mat for your dies, and it comes with these magnetic tweezers. If you have a Gemini full-size machine, those are the only 2 machines you can use this on. You cannot use this, well, let me correct myself. It is not recommended that you use this in the Platinum machine or the Big Shot machine. Can you? Yes. I'm not paid or sponsored by Crafters Companion. They pretty much fired me after I exposed this, but if you put 4 clear cutting plates, I'm exposing everything now. If you put 4 clear cutting plates underneath here, you can get it to fit in your Big Shot or your Spellbinders machine. In fact, let's just test that theory out right now because I have not done it in a long time. I got 3 plates. Do I have a 4th? Okay, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Hold on. But to not void your warranty, you should just use it in a Gemini or a Gemini Junior. Okay, I'm going to say that. With the full-size Gemini, they sell a full-size top plate, and that's because the Gemini has to have 3 sensors triggered for it to be automatic, and so they sell a plate, and it's basically a few inches larger on each side, this top plate, and then you can feed it through the full-size Gemini. I have heard that people with the full-size Gemini have issues because the full-size Gemini, I guess, is way more powerful. It's tighter. And so a lot of people do not have good results with the full-size Gemini. So they now make a full-size heating platform. Okay. I don't know how that works because this has these little things here. I don't have a full-size Gemini, but apparently this platform is now a little bit bigger on each side so that it will fit in the full-size Gemini. It has a full-size top plate. So you're going to have to try that out. But ideally, you want to use this in the Gemini Junior or the full-size Gemini, not in any other machines. Now, that being said, I always do these experiments for you guys. What you do could cause damage to your machine. I'm not responsible for that. Again, Crafters Companion specifically does not want this used in any other machine but their Gemini machines. So when I did this video many years ago, if you take 4 cutting plates, now I have, these are Gemini plates. So I have Gemini Craftverse plates. I put these, I think it was 4. I put these underneath my platform and then ran it through. Let's see if it's still the same sandwich. Now that was with my old Big Kick too. Four seems to be too many. Let's take one off. Let's take the warped Gemini one off. That one is warped. Both of my Gemini ones are warped, and my craft first plates are not warped. Okay, so this is just for... Okay, so see how that's... Now, see, 4 might be... You know what I'm going to do? Hold on. I'm going to grab my platinum plates. Let's try the platinum plates. Because they're a little thinner. I'm going way off subject here, you guys. I got a brand new pack of plates here. I'm opening brand new plates for you guys. Okay, so I have 2 gold Spellbinders plates, and I have 2 teal Spellbinders plates. These are brand new to my machine, and I'm going to put these 4 together. And I have the platform. I'm going to put that on top, and I'm going to try to run this through my Spellbinders machine here. Okay, that's the secret sandwich right there, okay? You didn't hear it from me, okay? So, you're not supposed to use it in these machines, but it was 4 sandwiches on the Sizzix Big Kick too. So 4 Spellbinders plates gets it to go through the platinum. I don't recommend it. We'll try it out. We'll see how it works. You guys know how I'm always breaking the rules and experimenting for you guys. So we'll try that out. All right, in the meantime, I'm going to be using the Gemini Junior off camera. And if you don't see me, all I do is look how easily that pulls off. On, off. I struggle with my Glimmer machine because it's super tight. So I get a lot of wiggling with that. But with this machine, it's on, it's off. And I just take this off. I grab it in the bottom right corner and the top left corner. And I feed it through the Gemini. I don't add any extra shims or do anything with that. Okay, so, and if you guys are interested in either machines, I do have Amazon links and Spellbinders links. If you guys can use my affiliate links, that would be super helpful to me. Thank you so much. All right, so my machine is on. Green light is now on low. And I'm going to demonstrate how it's supposed to be used the proper way, because I know a lot of you guys got these machines for Christmas. So I'm going to talk about the foils again because I talked about these in yesterday's video. So Gemini has 2 types of foil. Thank you, T. They have Papercraft foil and multi-surface foil. And the only way you know is by looking right there. There is no way of looking at the rolls of foil. If you take these foils out of the box, the only thing that will tell you is one has a white core and one has a craft core. But honestly, just keep them in the box. So the white core is Papercraft foil. The craft core is multi-surface foil. That's only from Gemini. When you get these other foil companies, we have Couture Creations Go Press and Foil. That has a white core. Glimmer foil has a white core. So it's kind of confusing and misleading. I always recommend keeping them in the box. Papercraft foil from Gemini is the only foil that will work on low heat. If you're going to be using a Glimmer machine or Go Press and Foil machine, you do not want to use this foil. This foil transfers at a very low temperature. Somebody asked earlier, I think it was Arlene, why do we need the higher heat settings? Because in order to use these other foils, multi-surface Gemini foil, Go Press and Foil, or Glimmer foil, or Blue Bonnet foil, we got to go to a medium or a high heat, and I will demonstrate that for you. However, make note, if you go to a medium or a high heat, you're going to need an extra one of these because it will warp. And once it warps, yes, you can reheat it. You can put it under your Gemini machine and flatten it out. Most of the time, it doesn't cause a big issue. For someone like me who does a ton of foiling, it warps so badly that I end up like having to throw my plates away because it just warps too bad. I get too much of a hump in the middle, and I don't get good foiling anymore. So I've gone through, I think, 2 plates already. So it is a good deal. If you can get that plate for $20, just get it and have it. You won't regret it. Okay. And I did have one of mine go bad. Now I've had this machine since 17 or 18 is when it came out. They sent it to me, so I do appreciate them sending it to me. And I only had one platform go bad. Okay. But let's start with following the rules and doing it the right way, because I don't want you guys breaking your machine and not enjoying foiling. So we're going to start with the Gemini Papercraft foil. And you can get these, I have links for Craft Stash. HSN has them sometimes. But Gemini Papercraft foil is the only hot foil I found that transfers at a low heat. I'm going to bring in, here's the other cool thing. You can use other company hot foil dyes. So we can use Pink Fresh Studios. We can use Spellbinders. We can use Couture Creations. The only ones you cannot use in the machine are the Todo plates. T-O-D-O. It is pronounced Todo. That's over in the UK. But, so I'm going to put, this is a Spellbinders one. It says happy birthday. And this also has grid marks in it. I know it's probably hard for you guys to see, but there are measurement lines at the top all the way around, and there are grid lines in here. And in fact, let me turn this light on and see if that helps. Nah, not too much. But I'm going to, and I'm using the same hammer mill paper. I think I'm using 80 pound. I would love to have 100 pound, but it's hard to find right now. But again, you can hot foil on anything. Nope. And you want to use your dedicated foiling scissors. Somebody posted a meme the other day in the group that said, you know, for all the craft supplies my wife has, who would have known that her craft scissors are not to be used for opening a cereal box or something. I forget what it was. So funny. True story. My kids know. Don't touch mommy's scissors. Now, same thing. If you want to be like super cautious, you can just cut your corners down, because sometimes those corners tend to stick and then you get a little bit of overfoiling. I'll be honest with you, I never do that. I only did it for you guys because, you know, that's the proper way of doing it. Do as Nancy says, not as Nancy does, because Nancy does break a lot of rules. All right. And I want to look at my paper. And ideally, I think that should be good. We want the pretty side down. Okay, and we're going to put our top plate on. Now for Gemini foil, 15 seconds seems to work pretty good. Now I just put that dye on there. Because it's on low heat, it might take an extra second to warm up. So we're going to give that a second. I'm going to make sure nothing's in the way of my machine. Ask me any questions you guys might have. And what you do is you're going to set your timer. So I have 15 seconds, low heat. I'm going to hit start. And all this is going to do is count down for me. You don't have that option on the Glimmer machine. The Glimmer machine is full-blown high heat, and it gives you 60 seconds on the timer. So I don't recommend using the Gemini Papercraft foil on your Glimmer machine. So now I'm going to pull from the top left, bottom right, and it's real easy. My machine is not that tight. And I lift the whole thing. It does come with these little like heat safe little silicone gloves you can wear. This isn't super hot, you guys. And I'm just going to roll this through the Gemini. You'll hear it. I'm going to plug it back in. I'm going to lift this. I'm going to take that out of the way. I'm going to give that a second to cool. So, yes, when I am doing personal foiling, I do prefer this machine over the Glimmer. I don't know, I have better results with this machine. primarily because of this little, number one, because the low foil works better. It just transfers better. Number two, because this little lip is here and it holds my plate into place, I don't have to worry about any wiggling or jiggling or anything like that. This was a very good married match between the Gemini machine and the foil press machine. If you have a junior, I have heard that people with the full-size Gemini do have issues with it. All right, so there you guys can see 15 seconds, and I have pretty much perfect foiling. I have one little overfoiled spot right there. And I just take a mono sand eraser, and it takes that right off. Okay, so that's the difference, is the Gemini Papercraft foil, that low foil, it just transfers so much easier. Now that was using a Spellbinders die. I'm going to switch it up and switch the dies and also switch the foils for you guys so you can see the different options here. I'm actually going to do one more. I'm going to do one more because I already have this piece cut. So a couple things matter. Foil matters, paper matters, your machines matter, your die cut machine matters. You know, so you have a lot of things going on to make a difference on how your foiling comes out. All I can say is practice, practice, practice. And make notes. Make notes to what works. You know, we don't use these machines every day. I only really get mine out at Christmas. So if you don't make notes, how are you going to remember next Christmas what worked and what didn't work? Again, give that a second. By the way, I forgot to mention yesterday, if you happen to foil your dies, because sometimes we put the foil on the wrong way, you can use, or you get foil on your plastic plates, these plates, you can use 100% acetone. Okay, you don't want the nail polish remover that says has vitamin E, has conditioners. You want 100% acetone only. Do not use it on the rubber mat. Use it to clean off your dies and to clean off this plastic mat. Sometimes it gets foil on it. That's what you use to get it off. But foil dies don't hurt anything. They sparkle. They're pretty. And there you can see. And a little overfoiling right here under the Y, but that's okay. Again, I can erase that off of there. So this was a Spellbinders Glimmer of the Month. It may have sold out. You'll have to check. I do have a Spellbinders link. It was Glimmer of the Month, June 2021. It may have sold out. I wish they would make this a permanent one because it's really pretty. All right, so I'm going to, okay, and then how you use these tweezers is you close them, grab the magnet, go over to your silicone mat and open them. And then it drops it onto your silicone mat to let that cool down. So I'm going to bring in some bigger dies here. I'm going to increase my heat. The only time you increase and decrease your temperature is when you are using different foils. So when you get to multi-surface foil, when you get to glimmer foil, when you get to go press and foil, when you get to a blue bonnet foil, which I'll use, that's when you move your heat to medium or high. The only time you change your timer is when you are changing the size of your die. So most small to medium dies, low heat 15 seconds. If I was going to do a full background die, let me get the Crafter's Companion on. Okay, this is the peony one. This is on Amazon as well. Stacy just got this one for Christmas, so she was ecstatic to get it. So because this is a larger one, I'm going to show you with the low heat, but I'm going to increase my time to 30 seconds because it is a bigger plate. And I'm going to go grab some more Gemini paper foil on this. So this is Cerise Gemini Papercraft foil. So notice I'm not changing my temperature. Temperature is based on foil. Timer is based on die size. Keep that in mind. I might pop quiz you later. All right, this one's got tape all over it. I hate that all the foiling companies tape their foil. I hate that. All right, somebody just dinged me. Is there a question? Let's see here. Yeah, Nancy, that's usually me too. I usually get pretty perfect results on my Gemini, and my glimmer, I have found out the secret to my glimmer, but again, I don't think that anybody needs to buy two machines. I really don't. It's based on your die cutting machine. Okay, so this foil's got a little bit of a snag in it. You want to make sure you keep your foils in their original packaging for that reason, because you can see how easily it scratches and snags. So we need to take care of our foils. They're very delicate. Get in there. Oh, I cut that way too long. That's okay. Way too much foil. We're going to get some foiling on the plate here. Okay, so low setting, 30 seconds. Low because of the Papercraft foil, 30 seconds because this is a big background die. And I'm going to hit start. Hi, Carol. The plate that I'm using is a peony plate from Crafter's Companion, and you can find it on Amazon. And we'll link my Amazon link for you guys. T just linked to Spellbinder's link. Thank you, T. So the three places you can find these things are Spellbinders, Amazon, and I do have a link for scrapbook.com when I show you guys the Pink Fresh Studio stuff. Okay, so again, I don't need to add any shims here. I'm just going to disconnect. I grab the bottom and the top corners here, and I feed it right through my Gemini Junior, which is off camera. And then I'm going to plug that heating platform back in, and it beeps and it turns green. Okay, so there you can see. I'm just going to slide that off. So this little extra foiling I got on my plate, again, little acetone will take that off. Doesn't hurt anything. Now I'm going to leave this plate on here, but I'm going to go to medium heat, and I'm going to go to 35 seconds for medium heat. Now I'm going to change my foil. And I think I'm going to end up at high, but let's try medium. So medium, it's red now. It will turn green when it's up to temperature. And I'm doing 35 seconds because of the size. So it's up to temperature because of the size of the die. And I'm going to bring in some blue bonnet foil. Where's my blue bonnet foil? Here. And I'm also going to show you guys the difference between medium and high, because with these other foil companies, the Spellbinders Glimmer foil, the Blue Bonnet foil, the Go Press and foil, the multi-surface foil, you really need to be at a medium or a high. Keep in mind, when you foil at medium or high, you risk warping your platform, which is fine, but keep that in mind. You may want to have an additional platform. Okay, so we're going to reveal this one. You can see it is perfectly foiled, and we have this beautiful other piece, which I will show how to foil the waist in another video. We're not going to do that today. This is just basics of foiling. But you can see how all those little detailed lines are foiled. The peonies are nice and pink, and I can now go on with a marker and I can color this or leave it like this. But if I die cut my happy birthday out, because I have a matching die, now I have a background and a happy birthday. Okay. Oh, no problem, Janet. Again, this video is if you have the Gemini foil press. I know a lot of people got one for the holidays. So if you got the Glimmer machine or the Go Press and Foil, you'll want to check the video I did yesterday on the Glimmer. I have a whole playlist. If you go to the home page of my YouTube and it says playlist, I have a whole playlist on the difference between toner foiling, which is using your laminator or your Mink machine, and that goes on toner printed images from a laser printer, or hot foiling. And hot foiling is using the Gemini foil press, the Couture Creations Go Press and Foil. I have some very old videos on the Toto machine. The foil quill from We Are Memory Keepers, that's a hot foil system. Okay, so we're doing the same thing, pretty side down, ugly side up. Remember, this foil has an adhesive built into it. So that's the difference between this foil and toner foil. Toner foil doesn't have an adhesive built into it. It needs something to stick to, which is why we use laser printed images. This foil has a heat built into it. So as soon as you apply pressure from the die onto this foil, that heat activates the glue, and that's what sticks this foil to this paper. So again, we went to medium heat because we're using blue bonnet foil, and we did 35 seconds on the clock. So let's see how this does. I think we're going to have a little bit of underfoiling, and we're probably going to need to go to high heat. Will you do a new video on the Mink? I could probably do that for you guys, Kathy. Sure. And I'm saving all of these pieces, and I'll show you guys the easiest way to use waste foil in another video. New prices. Can you give me the phone number? Oh man, people are calling me from work. They're gonna have to wait. Okay, so we did medium, 35 seconds. We're going to unplug. We're going to go to the Gemini Junior and feed it through. I don't find that I need to add any shims with my Gemini machine, and I think that's the biggest difference between this and using the Glimmer, is I always have to kind of shim my Glimmer. So you want to try out your machine, because if you find that your platform is warped and you're not getting even foiling in the center, and I'm going to move the heat up to high while we let that warm up, then you may need to shim your plates. And all a shim does is you're just adding an extra piece of paper in there, that's all, or two. Okay, so this is medium, 35 seconds with blue bonnet foil. And that actually came out beautifully. That looks great. That looks really good. Wow, so sparkly. Okay, so now I've got it on high. I'm going to do, I think 23 for some reason is the number for me on high. If I can use medium, I will use medium, because high is really what causes my platform to warp, and I don't want my platform to warp. I'm going to use the same. Actually, no, we're going to use the Go Press and Foil here. Actually, no. We're going to use Spellbinder's Glimmer Foil. Just so you guys can see the difference between the foils. And they're really not that different other than using heats. This is Glimmer Bright Pink. And I'm trying to keep an eye on the comments here. Yeah, foiling your plates doesn't hurt anything. You just have to use a little acetone to clean it off. We've all done it. You haven't learned until you've done that, you know. Just happens. I do like Blue Bonnet foil because you get a little bit more on the roll. I don't have an affiliate link with her. You just go through Facebook and order from her. She just has really pretty foils. Okay. All right, so we are up to temperature at high, and I did 23 seconds. I just remember 23 is the magic number for my machine when it's on high. And this is using the glimmer foil. So I did Papercraft foil on low. I did Blue Bonnet foil on medium. And now I'm going to glimmer foil on high. Now it may overfoil. Might be too hot. We'll find out in a second. All right, so this is high with Spellbinder's Glimmer, and that's because, again, the Spellbinder's Glimmer foil is designed to work with the Spellbinder's Glimmer machine, which works at a much higher temperature. And to tell you guys the temperature, Abraham sent me a really cool, he sent me a temperature gun, and I did the temperature for you guys. So the Glimmer machine runs at 244 degrees. The foil press at low was 173 degrees, medium was 183 degrees, and high was 200 degrees. So the Glimmer machine, because it works so hot, does not work well with foil press Papercraft foil. But then when you want to vice versa, use the Glimmer foil on the foil press, you got to go to medium or high heat for it to transfer properly. Now this design is very light, so there's not a lot for it to transfer. I'm going to use a more solid plate in a second, and we'll continue to do this experiment for you guys. Okay, so we have one smidgen of overfoiling here, actually two. Right here, that's what happens when your foil is too hot. So we have overfoiling there, and we have overfoiling down here, which I'm not worried about down here. So when it's too hot or you have too much pressure, you're going to get overfoiling. But otherwise, that's beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to switch the plates out now. And I'm going to take this peony plate off. And again, we pinch our tweezers, grab with the magnet, move over, and release. Okay, because this is now hot. It's on high heat. When you foil the waist of the Glimmer foil, do you need to keep it at medium heat? So, Kathy, I prefer not to foil my waist on here. Okay, it's because it's 50-50, hit or miss. I don't have the new Pink Fresh solid plate. You could use the back of this plate, which I can show you guys. But yes, I would say high heat. But I'm going to show you, this has more solid images. This is the Pink Fresh Studios Chevron. And you can get this on scrapbook.com, which I have a link for. So I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to go backwards. We're going to go from high to medium to low with the 3 different foils and see how it looks. And for Glimmer foil, I'm going to switch. Actually, I'm going to switch to this Go Press and foil. And I can tell you, Go Press and foil, Glimmer, multi-surface foil, and Blue Bonnet foil. These are all around the same heating range. So medium or high. You're just going to have to experiment with your machine. I would start with medium before I go to high. Okay. If you're leaving it on for a minute, you're leaving it on way too long. Do not leave it on for more than 35-40 seconds, you guys. If you're leaving it on for a minute, it's getting way too hot. You're really not getting any more heat out of the machine. It's just not worth doing that. So 35-40 seconds at the most. That's why I went to 23 seconds. We'll see how that transfers on this Go Press and foil. This is a nice deep plum purple, I don't know what it's called. Phantom Purple. All right, I do kind of want to make sure this one is straight because of the lines. It would look funny if I foiled this one crooked. So I'm just lining it up on the grid lines as close to I can. Use my dedicated foiling scissors, put my foil back in the box to protect it, and I'm going to line this up with this straight up here so I can see that. If you have not signed up for the Foiling Snobs Club card swap, that's coming to a close. So you may want to do that. Okay, I think that's pretty straight. That's on our Facebook page. Okay, so we have high heat because this is off-brand foil. It's Couture Creations foil, Go Press and Foil. And 23 seconds because this is a large plate. And go ahead and ask me any questions you guys have. Kelly placed her first order with Blue Bonnet. Blue Bonnet is amazing. So Lourdes, I know that machine is around $180 normally, so $166, but I would shop around and make sure you're using a reputable company. You know, like you know, even with Amazon, read the reviews for the companies. We have, you know, we have scrapbook.com. Okay, so we're at high heat. This is the Go Press and Foil using the Pink Fresh Studios chevron. Now watch this. I'm going to go to medium. Okay, now it did take it, but if I went to high to low, watch what comes up on the screen here. Do you hear that beeping? It says cool. That means the plate is too hot. So what you need to do is unplug it and let it sit for a few moments until it cools down. Now I want to go back in at medium heat. So we're okay at medium. All right. So this was the high heat, 23 seconds with the chevron plate. Let's see how we get. You can't get any more perfect than that, folks. That is stunning. Beautiful. All right. Using the same plate. Now, see, look, I'm stacking up all my stuff here. So I have these, and I cut my papers a little larger, 5.5 by 4 1/4. So that way, if there is underfoiling or it's not straight, I can cut it off on the edges. But now I have these backgrounds, and all I got to do is slap some happy birthdays on there. And you don't have to foil the whole thing. I can die cut happy birthday, whatever I want to do on there. All right, so we're going to use the same chevron. We're going to go to medium heat, and I think I was at 30 seconds for medium. Right, so we're going to do 30 seconds. Let's use the Gemini multi-surface foil. Now, they call it multi-surface foil. Really, you can do hot foiling on anything. You can do hot foiling on cork. You can do it on fabric. You can do it on ribbon. You can do it on canvas. And that's the versatility of hot foiling, is because that adhesive is built into the foil, you can pretty much hot foil anything. Now, will the hot foil be smooth and perfect? No. You know, obviously, if your substrate has bumps on it, then your foil is going to have bumps on it. And if your plate is crooked, then your foiling is going to be crooked. And again, this does get quite warm. I do not recommend doing this with small kids or pets around. I know some of you guys have cats that like to roam the tables. Definitely don't want them around when you're doing this. Leah is not down here right now. She'll know when she comes over, okay, mommy's touching something hot. I should probably not be messing around with that. And I want to say thank you for you guys have already started sending her birthday cards as well. T sent her a nice book yesterday, although T, we read the first paragraph and it's about the guy, the veterinarian on the floor naked birthing a cow. And she's like, I don't think I like this book. But we'll continue reading it. What is Arlene asking? What's going to close forever? Okay, it says loading. Am I not playing here? Let me turn this off. Okay, it still says it's playing on the TV. Okay. Can you guys see me and hear me? All right. I see Crystal comment. Okay. T says yes. My, I don't know what's going on. My TV doesn't want to play the video anymore. My TV gave up on us. Fine. Be that way. We'll just go back to the phone. All right. So this was medium heat. This is the Gemini multi-surface foil, not the Papercraft foil. So this transfers at a higher heat. And we're using that same chevron plate. Now let's see if this will go to low. Okay, so it's saying too hot. So I'm going to unplug it a second while we reveal. Medium, 30 seconds. Now I have 2 little spots of foil there. Do you guys see that? You see that right there? It's sticking up. We're going to pop that off with a brush. And there's one over here. Okay. Beautiful. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Gorgeous. Okay, Debbie, no problem. Pretty, pretty, pretty. All right, so now we're waiting for this to cool down. Let me grab another Gemini Papercraft foil in a different color. I will say the selection of Gemini foil is not very good. They need to come out with some more foils. But that's why I like Blue Bonnet, because she has a huge selection of foils. So I do got to use my machine at a higher heat to use her foils, but that girl has got the hookup when it comes to hot foils. And I am sharing that information with you because I want you to have pretty foils. Okay, so are we cool enough now to go on low? Yay! So we're going to go to low. Going to line back up on the straight line here. And gonna do 30 seconds. Again, low is because of the heat of the foil. 30 seconds is because of the size of the die. So Leah's birthday, okay, Leo, the dog we got last year. Leo's birthday is tomorrow. He'll be 5, according to Leah. She said tomorrow's his birthday. I don't know how she knows that. And then his gotcha day is the day before Leah's birthday. Leah's birthday is the 21st. Chow's birthday is the 24th. And then my birthday is the 26th. So lots of January birthdays going on. And then T told me she has like 6 people on her birthday list for this month. Now, we followed all the rules. Does everybody get the basics of hot foiling with this machine now? And if you have one, I expect you to open it and break it out and use it and post your pictures in the Foiling Snobs Club. Now, if you're not a member of the Foiling Snobs Club, we're on Facebook. And there you can see, using Gemini Papercraft foil on low for 30 seconds, how I have impeccable foiling. Yes, blue bonnet foil is amazing. It's only $5 and the rolls are bigger. Yep. Melissa says, I don't know about January 27th. Oh, okay. I didn't know that, Melissa. Well, we got to count back 9 months and see what you and your husband were celebrating. Okay, so now we're going to do the part where I break the rules a little bit. Let me do my legal disclaimer here. I am in no way endorsed or compensated by any of the companies that I show here, okay? If you want to shop from Blue Bonnet, that's just because I love her and she's amazing. I do have links for Amazon, scrapbook.com, some other companies that if you guys would like to shop, I do get a small affiliate commission if you click the link at no additional cost to you. However, what I'm about to show you is against the rules by Crafter's Companion. So if you do this, you do it at your own risk, and I am not responsible for any issues that you may have, and you cannot go back to Crafter's Companion and say, well, I watched this video on YouTube and Nancy told me to do this and I broke my machine, because they will just laugh at you and tell you you're out, all right? So I'm letting you know. You're supposed to use this machine with the Gemini Junior or the full-size Gemini. You are not supposed to use this with any other die cutting system. This was made specifically for the Gemini and the Gemini Junior, and you can see that I have had perfect results on everything because I know what kind of timer I should be using and heat setting for my foiling, okay? I'm going to break the rules a tiny bit here. This is Nancy doing Nancy's thing. You don't have to do what I do, okay? Be safe. All right, so I'm going to move this aside, and I'm going to bring in the new platinum machine. Hey, Karen. Okay. I'm going to then take... We're going to we already have this ready. Let's grab some Gemini Papercraft foil again. Cut a little bit of this off. Okay, so I'm not doing anything different than I've already done for the foiling. Only thing I'm going to do differently now is we're going to see how this does with my secret sandwich in the platinum machine. So I'm going to hit start. Okay, so that's counting down 30 seconds on low heat with Gemini Papercraft foil. I have 4 Spellbinders cutting plates. So 2 teal ones that came with my new machine, 2 gold ones that I had purchased. It's backups. Okay, so these are Spellbinders plates because I am using a Spellbinders die cutting machine. If you were to use your big shot machine, it's pretty much the same sandwich, 4 plates, 4 cutting plates. Okay, no platform, cutting plates. So I'm going to put these on the bottom. hopefully you guys can see everything that's going on here. Let me move these pretty pieces of foil out of the way. Okay, you heard the machine beep. Okay, I'm now putting the platform on those 4 plates and going to carefully roll that through. And that does not want to go. It is way too tight. Okay, so that's a no-no. That's because the die cutting plate is on there. Okay, so that's too loose. So maybe it doesn't work in the platinum. Maybe I gotta stick with the Big Shot. What can we shim this with? That's not enough. Maybe we don't do this because you're not supposed to be breaking the rules, Nance. Oh, that definitely doesn't fit. That's way too tight. Okay, well, it doesn't work. It works in the big kick with 4 plates. I don't have that in front of me. But it's not going to go through the platinum with 4 plates. It's way too thick. That answers that question. Don't do it. You see it started to eat through my plate there. Sorry, platinum, you're out. I almost think that was kind of done intentionally. Try the rubber mat? Okay, I'll try the rubber mat. I know I already ran that through, but let's just see if we can find a fitting here that'll fit. So three plates. Oh, you know what might work? Isn't this thinner? Hold on. Oh no, that's not thinner, that's thicker. Let's try the rubber mat. So I have 3 plates and the Spellbinder's rubber mat. I know I've already run this through the machine. I just want to see if this fits. Plus I'm using a pretty big background foil die. Oh no, that needs to go on the bottom. Oh, that might work. Ooh, let's try this. Look at, I was ready to give up. Bubbles King was like, no, don't give up. Okay, let's try this again. Breaking the rules, breaking the rules. Okay, I know that's already going to look good because we ran it through the Gemini. Let's try that again. 30 seconds. Now my machine is telling me I'm not ready. I'm red. So we got to wait for that to turn green. It'll beep when it's ready. Let me cut my piece of foil. Hello, Melanie. Big Kick and Big Shot are the same thing. Yes, ma'am. One's newer than the other, that's all. Okay, we're using Gemini Papercraft foil. We have it on low. Melanie, I'm doing something I'm not supposed to be doing, so don't do what I'm doing. 30 seconds on low. We're using the Pink Fresh Studios chevron plate. It just beeped to say, hey, I'm warmed up, lady. Let's get going. Okay. We're going to hit the timer. We have it on 30 seconds because of the size of the plate. Okay, so what we're trying is, let's try a not cut up plate, Nance. Okay. Ooh! That was not a good idea. Just whacked my machine. Thank goodness I got my nail fixed because that would have hurt. Oh, that was a bad job, Nance. Need a bigger desk. Okay. All right, I think I fixed that. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3 clear Spellbinders plate and the Spellbinders rubber mat. This came with my new Spellbinders Platinum machine, and I'm sandwiching that between the top 2 plates here, okay? So you can see plate, plate, rubber mat, plate. And this is going to go on the bottom. Now, says we're ready to go. We did low heat, 30 seconds. I'm going to feed this guy in here now. Now I don't, this white inch here, I'm putting my clear plates past that because that's kind of higher. It's thicker. So my cutting plates are starting here. Does that make sense? Do you see them there? Okay, cross your fingers. Ooh, this might work. Ooh, that feels just right. I know. T said some guy like crashed a lady's car in front of her house yesterday. Oh my gosh. I am going to do this twice. Yeah, I don't know what I would have done in that instance either. Scary. Okay, let's see if this works. Oh, I just blew up the whole house. The electricity just went out. Okay, that has nothing to do with the die cutting machine. Uh-oh, I might have blown up my machine. Am I still live? I'll be right back. Okay, that's never happened before. I think I have too many things on. Okay, it's on. I heard it beep. Hey, so I don't think I blew up my machine, but I might have blown up the plate. Ooh, there's a burning smell. I don't know if it's the plate or not. We'll find out in a moment. That was creepy. I've never done that before. Crafter's Companion's like, let's blow up her house now. Just kidding. All right. It did spark when this went in and then all the lights went off. Could be because I have 50 million things on right now. I don't know. Could be the plate. We'll find out in a moment. Because if this doesn't, well, if it didn't make contact, that shouldn't have turned on. So, oh, it went green. Maybe a piece of foil just flew up in there. Let's see. All right, so this was using the glimmer. I don't think I got enough pressure. Let's find out. Oh, you guys, it worked. Mostly. There's a little bit of underfoiling right there. One right there. Wow. Okay, that kind of mostly worked. So, I still don't recommend it. Just to be clear, if you're going to get this machine, use the Gemini Junior. Yeah, there's a ghost. But I used 1 cutting plate, 2 cutting plates, and these are Spellbinders cutting plates. The rubber Spellbinder shim. This is a pretty thick one. And then the 4th plate, and then I put my platform over it, and it seemed to work okay. So that could void your Gemini machine from Crafter's Companion because you're not using it with their machine. So I want to be very clear about that. They do not endorse it. I do not work for them. You should be using your Gemini or Gemini Junior, preferably the Gemini Junior. Now I'm like, I want to unplug everything because I'm worried I'm going to blow stuff up in the house. I went to reset the fuse and I heard beep and I'm like, oh good, my foil press isn't dead. Now I just moved it to high. It's warming up. Oh, I didn't break it. That's a miracle. All my friends are laughing at me right now. All right, well, that was a very exciting show. If you learned something new, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Now is the question and answer part of the show. I'm going to turn this off because I think we've had enough fun playing with it and blowing things up in my house. And so one of the things that you can do is then take this platform, especially if you've been using it on high like I have, and you're concerned it's going to warp, and you can put this underneath your actual Gemini machine and it will flatten it back out. You can flip it upside down like this and flatten it back out. See, look at that. You can see where the smoke went and blew it up. Creepy. Okay, so if you have a warped plate, that's one of the things you can do. But I will tell you, once it starts to warp, it's kind of like our cutting plates. It will continue to warp. You don't necessarily have to buy new plates of these. They do get, you know, pressure, which is why they turn white, but they hold up pretty well. Okay, ask away any questions you have. I wanted to demonstrate, A, that you could use, first of all, how easy it is to use the machine. B, I used a number of different companies' hot foils here. So I used hot foil plates. You can use Crafter's Companion. You can use Pink Fresh Studios. You can use Spellbinders. You can use almost everything out on the market except for Toto plates, which are only in the UK anyway. They're too thick. You can use any of these foil companies. So we use Gemini Papercraft foil. We used Gemini multi-surface foil. We used Glimmer foil. We used Go Press and foil. And we used Blue Bonnet foil. So all of these are hot foils. Again, you cannot use toner foils. Toner foils are meant for Mink Machine or Laminator on toner foiling, okay? And if you have the Glimmer machine and you're catching the tail end of this, I did a video yesterday just on the Spellbinders Glimmer machine, and I used the Platinum die cutting system with that. The chevron plate is from Pink Fresh Studios, and you can get that on scrapbook.com. And I will link everything down below for you guys. So I have a craft stash, scrapbook.com, Spellbinders, and Amazon link for you guys if you're interested in purchasing any of the products that I showed you. Blue Bonnet foil, you have to go to Facebook and order the foil from Blue Bonnet. She gives these nice large rolls, so you can see here. She gives a few more inches than the typical size rolls. And it's $5 a roll. And she ships everywhere. So based on what you want to order, she'll then give you an estimate on what shipping is. But again, these foils transfer at a different heat than the Papercraft foil. So keep that in mind. That was the big lesson I wanted to give you guys today is Gemini Papercraft foil is the best for the Gemini machine, not best for any of the other machines. I don't recommend using this foil in the Go Press and Foil or the Spellbinders machine because you're just going to get overfoiling and get frustrated every time. So make sure you have multi-surface foil if you're going to use it in your Spellbinders. And then you're going to treat Blue Bonnet the same way. This is a high heat foil. All right. And you can see all the results that we had. Even breaking the rules and almost blowing up the house. It's popping a fuse. I turned one of the lights off, so it's not as bright now. Now it's super bright again. So now I have these ready-made backgrounds, and I will die cut my happy birthday sentiments, these guys, and slap those on there, and I have instant birthday cards. All right, go ahead and ask me any questions you have. I didn't want this video to go too long because I know people have the machine and they're anxious to get it out and start foiling. Yes, keep a notebook. What is the limit in length of foil plates that the Gemini or Glimmer can support? That's a great question, because we have that really long plate from and I have a note, and I only kept this as a lesson. So Simon Says Stamp came out with this hot foil plate, and I have a note here: do not use it in the Gemini foil press. I did use it in the Glimmer, and I used it in my foil press, and it actually, see that chunk that's taken out of my plate here? That is from this guy right here. Do you see that? Because this is just too long. Even putting it diagonally, it pressed into the plastic of my old plate. That plate actually did go bad, and it caused an indent. So you can, it's just too long. Like, you're just going to cause damage to the outside of your plate here. In the in the Glimmer machine, I do have indents in my Glimmer machine as well. That's another disadvantage to the Glimmer machine. You can't buy extra plates for the Glimmer, and that's really upsetting, because I can buy these extra platforms and plates for this machine, because if this warps or I damage it, whatever, it gets grungy, I can buy extra plates. I cannot do that with the Glimmer machine. With the Glimmer machine, you have to buy a whole new machine. But you can see on my Glimmer machine, there are notches. Can you guys see how there's these notches in the top here? Well, that's melted plastic from experimenting with this guy. And there's pieces down here notched out. There's a piece over here notched out. So I did try, as best as I could to try to use this. But it's definitely a smaller platform. Let me measure exactly the difference for you guys. Okay, so the Glimmer machine is, and this is the plate for you guys. The Glimmer machine is 6.5 by 5.5 foiling. 6.5 by 5.5 on the Glimmer. And on the foil press, okay, I think this is a little deceiving, because there's a little space on each side here, and I don't know that that actually gets heated up like the middle does. So I'm not going to count those little margins right there, these two little margins. See that margin there? I'm not going to count that margin because I don't think those heat up. So I would say an actual, you get 5 by 7. So 5 by 7. So this is a little bit bigger. So Simon Says Stamp says you're supposed to use that in the full-size Gemini machine. But they do not say that when you buy this in the description. They should have put that in the description. I don't know if they've changed that since when I bought it. But this is designed to be used in the full-size Gemini machine. So honestly, if I wanted to make this work, I could probably just, Dremel through this and snip it. Maybe cut this off down here. That would probably be best. And then use it. But it is quite large. Michelle asks, what causes severe overfoiling? So overfoiling is caused from two things: too much heat or too much pressure. So I want to make it perfectly clear that you're not supposed to have this pressed in look. You're not supposed to have that letterpress look, okay? Yes, you do get some of that because you are pressing this die into here. But if you have this severe pressed in look and you turn your paper over and you can see where that die was, you have way too much pressure, okay? If you don't have that pressed in look and you have foil, where's that one that I overfoiled? So I don't have that pressed in look, but I have overfoiling here and here. That means your heat is too high. So you need to back down on the heat or back down on the time that you have it on the heat. So it's one of those two things. If you have this really pressed in letterpress look, that is not the design of this. The design of this is to press the foil and to get the foil to get contact with the die. It's not supposed to be pushed in there. You don't want to use like a soft watercolor paper because that's what's going to happen. So if you have that, you have too many shims or you have it too hot. Yep. Maybe slimline cards will go out of style. I hope not. Let me show you guys a sneaky peek real quick. This is not part of the foiling lesson. This is just a sneaky peek. Oh, I'll show you guys two sneaky peeks. So I got these sent to me and I've been playing with them. I'll give you more information as soon as I can release it. But these are so this was an Anna Griffin embossing folder. Look how long that is. This is a slimline die from Catherine Pooler. And this is a slimline die from Spellbinders, which comes out in a few days. And I cut all of these on my Gemini Junior using these new plates. They're longer plates. So the company sent them to me to try them out as a prototype. So I've used them a few times. I have the magnetic shim, I have the milky shim, I have the cutting plate designed for the Gemini and the Gemini Junior, but this is a 12-inch by 6-inch plate. So I know you guys are hot into slimline, and so yes, I did unplug it. Yes. Yep. So once I get the okay, I'll get you guys the link for these so that you guys can buy them. These are prototype right now. I'm most likely going to tell them that it's all good to go. But I just want to test it out some more before I do that. And I want to show you guys, since you guys have already seen the sneak peeks from everybody else, I have a couple videos coming on, and I'm going to ask you guys, as my favorite FSC groupies, these videos are going to go live. If you are a Stamp Nation member, you will get access to Catherine Pooler's new release a day early, which will be the 11th, which is tomorrow. Otherwise, these will go live on Wednesday for everybody else. Also, if you are a Stamp Nation member for the month of January, your shipping is free. I think it's with the purchase of $50. But your shipping is free for the month of January for Stamp Nation members. If you're outside of the U.S., you get a discount on your shipping. But let me show you. I am enamored with my very first Catherine Pooler design team projects. So I posted this video already, and oh my gosh, I squealed when I saw that Catherine Pooler put it on her Facebook. So these are the 3 brand new ink colors. If you missed that video, go check it out. I did a simple 1-layer card using the 3 new colors, and that dragonfly set is available. These 3 new colors, they're refreshed colors. These come out on the 12th if you're a regular shopper, not Stamp Nation. If you're a Stamp Nation shopper, you can get them on the 11th, which is Catherine Pooler's group, okay? 9 a.m. Eastern Time, Wednesday the 12th. But the big birthday was from Spellbinders. Glimmer of the Month for June 2021. It may not be available anymore. Okay. So of course, I got the Asian set because, you know, I'm a little bit Asian. In case you didn't know that. Are you guys ready to see how excited I am? You should, like, seriously, I was squealing as I was making these. I was like, no, Nancy did not make these. Look at this set. This is the Lantern Festival set, and I have videos coming out, so you guys will get videos tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday on how to make all of these. So this is Lantern Festival, and what you can't see is in the background, I have this fan dance background stamp. This is the origami set. I know Tracy Fear was all over it when she saw this. And this is the new pattern paper. It's called Parasols and Pagoda. So I show you guys how to make this. There's another one. So if you guys are interested in any of these products, if you can please, when they come out, use my affiliate link. It really does help me. It doesn't cost you anything extra. Isn't that gorgeous? And I do have a Spellbinders link. If you guys are going over to Spellbinders and purchasing that, please use my Spellbinders link for that. And I'll put everything in the description for you. So this is the Global Adventures Part 2 stamps. This is the Asian set. So this is Lantern Festival, Parasols and Pagodas background paper, fan dance background, origami stamp set, and Kyoto sequins. So those videos are coming out in the next couple of days for you guys. So I used Halo embossing powder. Yeah, on these two guys. So it's glitter and shimmer, Jim. Thank you, T. All right. Arlene wants the snow. Arlene, you can have it all. You know what I got myself for my birthday? A snow broom. Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah, that gold string was just in my stash. And I was like, oh, I got to tie that in with the lanterns. That's so pretty. So make sure you guys, when you see these videos, you watch them, you thumbs up. When you see them on Instagram, you watch it, you thumbs up. All right. That is all for my class on the foil press. Hopefully you guys will get your machines out and start foiling. I would love to see all your creations on the Foiling Snobs Club, our Facebook group. And if you have any questions and you're catching this on the replay, post them down below in the comment section. And I always read my comments and I always answer them. And if you put something snarky, then I just delete it and move on with my life. This is the Glimmer of the Month Sweet and Snarky Birthday Wishes. If you want to go over to Spellbinders and catch it, it comes with the glimmer and it comes with the die. And then it comes with these sentiments that say, oh gosh, let me try to read them backwards here. From afar, you look 21. I'm glad you were born. Sorry to hear you are old. I'm still younger than you. Wishing you an amazing day, and I remembered. So Glimmer, I always say, you guys, this is a great company to get these monthly kits. They always come with these dies, and you get a roll of foil. When they sell out, they don't bring them back. But this particular set, I think, has gained a lot of traction. So I'm hoping they'll put it into the regular inventory. When you buy these after the fact, you don't get the free foil. You only get the dies, but that's okay. Blue Bonnet foil you can get from Foiling Snobs Club, or not Foiling Snobs, from Facebook. You're going to go over to Blue Bonnet. I'll link it down below. You're going to message her with what color foil you want. She has two kinds of foil. She calls hers laminator foil, which is the mink foil or laminator foil. And then she calls this HS or hot stamping foil. They come in these pretty long rolls here, $5 a roll. And the temperatures, where did I put my little sticky note with the temperatures? Here we go. Okay, so the Glimmer machine is the hottest at 244 degrees. Foil press on low was around 173 degrees, medium was 183 degrees, and high was 200 degrees. So if you're using Blue Bonnet, Gemini multi-surface foil, Couture Creations, Go Press and Foil, any of these companies, I'm going to recommend medium or high on your Gemini machine. If you're using the Glimmer machine, then you really only want to use these companies. You don't want to use Gemini unless you're going to use Gemini multi-surface foil, which I put a little note on mine. Here we go, MS multi-surface. Okay, so for the Glimmer machine, the Spellbinders Glimmer, the Go Press and Foil from Couture Creations, you can use these foils. For the Gemini machine, you can use these foils. You do not want to use Papercraft foil in the Glimmer. Gemini Papercraft. Okay, you don't want to use that. So Bubbles, I'm going to ask you to go, if you watch the very beginning of yesterday's Glimmer, I show the 2 ways I store my foil plates. I keep these foils in a basket so they don't get marred up and scratched up. So here are my Blue Bonnet foils are all nice in this basket. And then I keep these foils all in their boxes, and then these also go in nice baskets in my closet. And then these, I use 2 different storage systems. And if you watch yesterday's video on Glimmer 101, I show that at the very beginning on how I store them. Okay, guys, I'm going to say goodnight. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hopefully you guys are going to get your foiling machines out and foil with them. Again, I have 2 playlists. If you go to the homepage of my YouTube, there's a playlist for hot foiling, which is everything I've just showed you guys today and a whole bunch more. And if you go to toner foiling, that's going to be on your Mink or your laminator using toner printed images. 2 different foiling systems, 2 different foiling types. So you don't want to mix them up, and hopefully you guys will have fun. Give this a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I want to make sure I see all of you guys Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here. We have Stamp Wars. What number are we on? 17, 18? I can't remember. Stacy's hosting it. I'm a little nervous. I got a little envelope today that said, so I got the Stamp Wars packaging, and then I got a little envelope today that said, do not open till Stamp Wars. So some kind of accessory came today. So I'm a little nervous. We'll wait and see. Saturday night, you guys. Bye.